Hello, welcome back. It is the classical training game series. I return after quite some time, but I'm going to make sure that I do this properly now. So whilst I'm loading up a game, I'm going to recap the first. The first game was a loss. That was in the Taimanov. And that's the Taimanov with G3. I thought I had something, and then it turns out I didn't, and ended up blundering. The second, my opponent resigned after blundering an exchange. The third, we've got white. Let's see what happens now. I'm going to play my usual. I'm just going to check that the times are okay there. Okay, so we are slightly cut off there. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. Excelente. Let's keep going with G3. Now I'm playing a 1900, so the ratings aren't on here actually, which I hadn't thought of. I don't think so anyway. So I'm playing a 1900. My current rating is 1760. Maybe I can add that on. Keep playing. Current rating 1761. I did hit 1800. And then lost two very bad games. And just I think sort of crashed and burnt after the first blunder, totally winning in the second and then blundered everything away, which is incredibly infuriating, especially because I had time on the clock. I just switch off for some reason when I get a winning position, which is not great. But I'm hoping to change that, and hopefully this will be a good resource for both you, but also my coach, who may or may not watch these, and get an idea of my thought process when I'm playing these more serious, longer games. And this also keeps me true. Keeps me true to the training. I'm going to try get in at least one game every day, one classical that is. But yeah, this is a pretty common line. Both knights out, bishop out, and you're playing like a reverse Jabava. With a few tempi down because you play knight f6 first, which is weird. But anyway, this is a common idea. You can just play knight a3 and then c3, b4, reroute the knight, and everything's great. And now I get to boot the stewed out. Thus. And this is a really solid structure. And now, I cannot remember my preparation. So knight h4 looks decent. That is a possibility. Try and win the bishop pair. I'm not afraid about bishop takes a3, I don't think, because I'll happily take that bishop. So knight a4 is something that's speaking to me. It's common in these positions. Knight e4, bishop e4, f3, bishop h6. Takes, e4, de4, fe4. And I have a good center. I think. I quite like that. I don't see why not. Knight e4, bishop takes a3. I suppose I have to decide whether or not I want to take the bishop. But no, of course I'm going to take back. B takes a3 and the bishop on f5 is still hit. Queen b3 is also an option, but it's a little too early, I think. I could go bishop f4, but I think knight a4, or h4 rather. Have I said a? h4 is looking like the most convincing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me blunder check. Knight h4, bishop e4. I can play f3, that's no problem. Knight h4, bishop h6. I can play... maybe just even takes rook e1, or takes queen c2. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I don't see any problem with this. What about e5? I'm just seeing that now. Knight h4, e5. And I just take the bishop for free. That's fine. So knight h4. I'm convinced. This is a decent move. Okay, I'm hoping to really play well. I normally play better when I'm playing up. And I want to be really serious about this, and I want to kill. I want to kill these people because I genuinely think that I am better. But for some reason, when I'm actually playing games, it never shows. I freeze, things go wrong, I blunder, and it's infuriating. I think I should be at least 2,000. Not to toot my own horn. I don't know, maybe Loris will disagree. But I feel like that's my strength. Or at least that's my goal. So this would be a good win. I think I've calculated everything that's possible. Bishop d6, I guess I can just take and go something like queen c2. But then g6. Not so convinced that that was even worth my time. Bishop d6. Knight takes f5, ef5. What's my move here? Or about something like knight c2 to go knight e3. Is that a little too slow? Because knight e3, g6 anyway. So maybe I can play bishop g5 to pin, but bishop g5 and then h6, and what am I doing? Bishop g5, h6, and I take, and there's triple pawns. So I actually quite like that idea. I can give back the bishop here for those super weak pawns and a really exposed king. So my plan is, if bishop d6 or some other move, which hasn't come, I would have taken and then gone bishop g4. In this case, I don't think I'm rushing. I don't need to take, perhaps. Do I have enough time to go something like rook e1, for example? Rook e1, bishop d6, for example, just developing, keeping that bishop on g6 with no issues. Bishop d6 is a slight misplacement, methinks. Because now e4, my threat is obviously e5. But now e4, d e4, knight e4, bishop e4, rook e4, and I'm not so convinced. So maybe I do take first and then play rook e1. Bishop g5 seems a little pointless because you can just play bishop e7. I think just takes rook e1 and e4 in some order. Maybe I just play rook e1. Do I take first? Decisions, I don't know. This is the type of move that I freeze on for some reason. I'm over-calculating, I fear. Let's just go rook e1 or takes. Takes. It's obvious. I win the bishop pair, yeah? I don't see why not. Takes, h takes. And then play for e4. I like this idea. And now we want to get e4 in. So I could play rook e1. I could play bishop g5. Bishop g5, rook h5. And that's just a bit pointless. I can't really play e4 off the bat. Now the question is queen c2 or rook e1. My guess is rook e1. Keep it simple. Rook e1, you can take on a3, but I can take back. I'm not upset about that at all. Let's go. I think I've got a decent position so far. I've got the bishop pair, so the aim is to open everything up. Could have perhaps played c4 immediately. And on takes, go knight, queen a4. And take that back. That way, which may have been an option. But if I can get e4, e5 in, that's kind of nice, I don't think. Methinks. I think actually looking at it now, e4 is wrong because I don't want to give my bishop up. That's annoying. I think perhaps c4 was the better move. No reason I can't change plans. Rook e1 is always useful, I suppose. This knight maybe wants to reroute somewhere. c4 takes, and I suppose knight takes. Yeah, c4 is definitely the move, huh? I went for the wrong thing. Not so convinced on what to do if knight e4, though. Knight e4, f3 seems a bit much. Knight e4, maybe I can just go c4 immediately. I think that's perhaps was the play. Okay, you want to castle long, makes sense. So now perhaps this b4 plan makes more sense, huh? Do I switch up my plan yet again? B4, A6. I like this idea. B4. Because you're kind of signaling that you want to go here, right? So I want to go B4. So maybe I go B4, long castles, B5. I mean, it's looking dire, right? Knight E7. What's my follow-up? Knight E7, maybe something like Queen A4, King B8. And now E4. Doesn't work because the knight's still there, so maybe bishop G5 with the hopes of just taking and going E4 takes. B4, does that blunder anything now? B4, knight. B4, knight E4 is a slight issue. So B4, knight E4. I can't play B5 because now C3 is falling with a check. So B4, knight E4, queen C2, threatening to win a pawn. Queen C2, F5. Not so convinced about this B4 anymore. So what if I go C4 instead? C4 takes, and I just have a nice center. And I can always go A6, B4, B5 later on. Okay, I like C4, I think. C4, just check I'm not blundering anything. C4, long castles, I can take. Doesn't really do much. C4, long castles, maybe C5 is the nice move. Because B6, maybe. C4, long castles. Taking seems wrong. C4, long castles, queen A4. This seems better. Problem is it hangs the pawn on D4. So C4, long castles. Queen A4. It doesn't hang the... No, it doesn't hang the pawn because the queen is defended by the knight on F6. I suppose I am technically counter-attacking the pawn on A7. So yeah, queen A4, king B8, for example. Now I can just go E3, which I quite like. Or even B4, because now I'm threatening some scaries. Okay, C4. That's my plan. Blunder check. C4 you could take now. And it's not so nice, is it? C4, knight takes... but then I get an open B file. That's surely good enough. I'm going for C4. I need to stop thinking so much. playing for about 20 minutes, I think. Okay, long castles. And I can't remember my plan. Brilliant. Queen A4 does literally nothing. Maybe I just go bishop F4 and just activate some pieces. Bishop F4, E5. Takes, takes, takes. That's fine. Bishop F4 takes. Now I can go knight takes. But then that pawn's falling. Bishop F4. C D4, knight D4, queen D4. Knight D4. Yeah. Now C2 is threatened. So maybe I should take first and then go bishop F4. Is there any merit to C5? C5, B6. Queen B3. For example, takes, 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 and I go down the pawn, so it's not really helpful. C5, B3. I think king is well enough defended. I can't go B4 directly. I don't like the fact that if I go bishop F4, CD4, so maybe I should take first. So now the question is CD4, knight D4. I guess I can go E4. Knight F6. Oh, and then what? Bishop E3. Something like this. CD4, queen D4. E4. Queen takes D4. That's the problem. Looks like I'm not getting out of this, huh? Bishop F4, CD4. What if I just now play E3? Is there a way that you can effectively defend that pawn? You could go queen. You can't go queen D5. My bishop's there. So maybe I can just go bishop F4 here. And then E3. Because let's just check. Bishop F4, E5, DE, knight D, bishop D4. Yeah, E5 rather. So I think I can just go bishop F4. And that's where my bishop wants to go because my rook wants to get into the game. So bishop F4, let's just finally check. Bishop F4, DC4 was my worry. But I think I can just play E3. Because now you can't actually defend this pawn. Am I correct? I'm correct. Because you could go here, but that hangs the queen. And so then I'm just going to take back after going E3. So bishop F4 is my plan. Develop a piece. Didn't want to go here because then I get hit with rook h5. I noticed this earlier. Okay. I think I'm playing well. I was slightly worried then, actually. After d, e4, e3. Okay, so they give me the bishop pair, which is excellent. And I get an open b file. Thanks very much. You could take here. But now I just go here. I believe. Now you can't go here because my bishop defends the square, so this pawn is actually not that much of a weakness. Here, 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 and just attack is my goal. My bishop's open. I've got huge bishops. I think I'm better here. I think I'm simply better. And now this is where I always break down. How do I convert this into an advantage that I can play for a win with? Maybe queen a4 is wrong, because now the knight can move, and now I have to trade the queens. No, because if the knight moves, then I can take on a7. So queen a4 is actually a good idea. And this fianchetto is just so solid with this bishop covering all of these diagonals here. I'm just better. I'm simply better. I've got the bishop pair. And I've got this open file. This is coming. I'm not even caring about winning this pawn. I'm going for the king. I think I'm simply better. Oh, I hadn't seen this though. That was not on my radar. Here. I don't like so much. Maybe I'm not quite as better as I thought. Okay, now if I go here, then you take, and now I think I've got compensation. But if you go here, I'll have problems. No, I have to go back. And I don't like that one so much. So maybe I just use the time to just go queen a4. Queen a4, knight takes here. I think I have to go here as to not drop this pawn. So queen a4, knight takes f4, gf4. Now I know this is a structure that's fine. You might go f6 to try and play g5. Or indeed play e5. So knight takes so queen a4, knight takes f4, gf4. And I think I'm just faster. There's nothing else forcing after that, I don't think. I'm also slightly conscious about time. gf4, maybe you start piling up on this file. I think, again, I'm quicker. So, for example, I'm thinking queen a4, knight takes f4, gf4, rook h6, for example. Rook b1, rook h8. Maybe I'm not faster. Queen a4 is still screaming out to me. Queen a4, knight f4, gf4, rook h6, rook b1, rook h8, and now h4, and I think that stops anything, right? I think that's the move. Because now there's no g5. At least you have to play f6. After which I go queen b4. Or not b4, so excuse me. Queen b5, for example. So maybe rook h5 is the better move in this situation. But then bishop f3. I can dislodge that rook. Okay, I think I'm going queen f4. Queen f4, here. This is my calculation. Here. If here, I'm going to go here. If here, I think I can go here first. And if here, I'm winning a piece. Yeah, okay. Queen a4. I trust in myself. Queen a4. Knight takes here. Takes would be ridiculous. Here. For example. Now I can just take. Queen a4. I'm doing it. I trust myself. Come on. I'm down 10 minutes on the clock, but I think I still have a better position. The key here is that this bishop is just a monster. So my threat is going to be here at some point after rook b1. Which is why I think taking here was a mistake, because I just have this huge open file. And now b6 can never come, which I think is important. A6 I hadn't considered though. A6 takes... Now b5 doesn't work because I can take the piece. Okay. So a6, b5, actually, I'm lucky. It doesn't work. If takes on f4, I take back and then go rook b1. And I'm threatening to go queen b5. This is the difference though. A6 does stop queen b5. So instead, maybe I have to do this now. Same deal. Okay. If a6, I'll take here. Because I can't allow b5. I've got a plan. I've got a plan for everything that could happen. I think I'm better. I think I'm better. I think I'm playing a great game, actually. Half an hour of my life well spent, if I do say so myself. I missed something. H4 is actually not the move. But it doesn't matter because I think I'm still quick enough. Because if here, I forget that this isn't defended anymore. So if rook h6, I was thinking h4. If rook h6, rook here. Okay, f6, you're trying to trap the bishop. I see your plan. Going for the counterplay. So this could be an option. After which takes. And the problem is they get the counterplay. So if I go here, here, can you stop limit The mate, rather. I fear you can't. You could go there. Hang a piece back. But then this is open. Okay, so now I'm thinking rook b1, allow this trap. This is my calculation. Because now I go here, for example. Okay, let's do this properly. I've got the time. Rook b1. Let's first consider g5. Rook b1, g5. Queen b5. b6 doesn't work because I take with tempo on the queen. After which I'm sliding into a6. And that's lights out. So g5. So rook b1, g5, queen b5. Knight a5, stopping the mate. But now I can take with check, and if you take... Yeah, I can take with the bishop check. And if you take with the knight, it's mate. If you move the king, then I can go bishop c6. Okay. And then you can block, and then I mate anyway. So I think I can go rook b1 and be safe. Rook b1 here is fine. Rook b1, what else could they do? Rook b1 here. I think the same thing applies here. I'm threatening Matutsky. Ah, but you could just move the queen. This is the thing that I haven't considered. Rook b1, g5, queen b5. You can't take, but you can move the queen, and then my bishop is trapped. Saying that, let's say queen e7. Queen e7, check. Here, check. And you're toast. So rook b1 here would need to be happening. Because then check here, here. And I check. And then you'd go here. Oh, I think I can do it. I don't have the time to calculate it all, I don't think. Do I just do it? Do I just do it? I think I can go rook b1. Rook b1. Okay, I think this is the critical move, e5, to stop this diagonal coming into play. So rook b1, e5, queen here. My threat is mate. To stop that, you have to move the queen. After which I can check anyway. Here, I pick up a piece. I'm good. I get the piece back, even if I lose this. I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play it. I've got 4 minutes left for the entire game. Here, what if the knight moves? Then I can take. Oh, I think I'm fine. Here, if the knight moves, I can also do this. I'm just going rook b1. I'm doing it. Rook b1. You can trap my bishop, but I'm going to go here. I hope this is correct. And you know what? If it's not, I bow out gracefully. If it's not, I bow out gracefully. I can't do all the details because the knight could come here. Ooh. Now check here. Check here. Check. here. Check. Mate incoming threat, question mark. And I can't see you blocking it. Oh, but then this can come. Oh, it's so complex. I don't know what's going on. Knight here. What if I just take the piece? Because now I'm threatening this as well. Because now here I can grab here. My threat is Matutski. You now move the queen. And it's the same thing, right? I check anyway. Okay, that's my plan. Now the question is, if you take here first, do I have time to just do this? Perhaps not, because this knight can come back. Does that change anything? No, because that's a mate. Wow. So I think you can go here, here, here. Check here. Check here. Or something. Okay, okay. Okay, I think I'm winning. I think I'm winning. I think the bishop pair is too strong. If this rook b1 is correct, wow, I'm going to be so proud of myself. What a move. Coming up to 40 minutes of play. This is the best game I've ever given you. Oh, okay, okay, okay. But we discovered this, haven't we? Because a6 is trying to play b5. I have to take this pawn. And go for a different strategy. So here, if you take, now this is threatened. b5 is never coming. And maybe there's some sacrifices afoot. Can I be insane? Can I sack the rook? Oh my god. Can I take this? No, because then you can take. Okay, what if I sack the rook? What's my threat? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Okay, my threat is to take this piece. So here, if you go here, oh, I think I can sack the rook. Oh my god, I think I can sack the rook. Okay, rook takes b7. King takes b7 is the first choice. Obviously, we have to calculate. King takes b7, bishop c6. Lost immediately. I win. So, rook takes b7, knight a4, rook b8. I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. I think I'm sacking the rook. I think I can sack the rook. Rook takes b7, king takes b7 is lights out. Rook takes b7. Knight moves anywhere. Knight a7, for example. Knight a7 and then queen a6, I think, and it's lights out. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm just going to do it. Oh, I hope that's right. I didn't calculate much. I'm just playing this on instinct. If you do this, then I can take it. No, but if you do this, I can do this. I don't know. I'm just playing this. Maybe this is the move here, here. I don't know. Because you can't go here. I take with the rook. So I think here I go here. And now my threat is mate. So you have to stop that with the queen. Correct? Because if you take here, I mate anyway because of this bishop. Oh, this wonderful bishop. I think I've won. I think that's it. Holy cow. Holy cow. Have I done that? Is rook b1, rook takes b7 correct? I cannot believe it. Is that it? I didn't see rook takes b7 from a distance. From a distance, I don't know if you remember me saying I was thinking taking on c4. Oh, rook takes b7 is beautiful. I hope it's not refutable, because I don't see a refutation. I think this is the key move. Queen. Oh, wow. Queen b4, I think, is the key move. After knight a4. Oh no, not even, because it's defended by the bishop. I totally forget. Knight a4, I can even just take. Here, I can take here, and surely that's lights out. Oh, wow. I didn't even calculate all of that properly. All I just knew is this is lights out. This is lights out, surely. This, I thought I had at least this. Turns out I can just take it because I forget that this bishop's covering this. Oh. Oh, that's insane. Oh, that's actually insane. Takes b7, even has a threat. I'm threatening this. Here. Wow. What a game. What a game. What a game. Now I think I take here. Right, let's do this logically. Here. Queen has to move. And then I'm mating. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. Come on. Let's go. What a game. I'm a beast. I'm an absolute beast. Resignation. Resignation. Come on, resign. This knight can't even do anything. I'm going here. And then mate. Oh. Oh, I'm so good. Oh, I'm so good. You can move the queen, but I don't know. What do I do then? Something. This is just cut off by the bishop. I can still take it. Wow. Oh, let's freaking go. I'm not blundering any mate, am I? Here and mate. You have to take. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's freaking go. I'm a beast. I'm actually a beast. This cuts everything off. This bishop. My best friend, the g2 bishop. Oh, my heart. I've just played the game of my life. I have just played the game of my life. Are you kidding me? Rook takes b7. Rook takes b7? Oh, I love it when chess does this. I love when I play this chess. And I used my time so well. I'm down to my last minute. And I've beaten the 1900. I'm actually a beast. I told you I'm better than these kids. I should cook them. Oh, let's go. Oh. Oh, let's go. Let's actually go. Let's actually go. Come on. And this still cuts this off, so here and here, and it's still mate. Let's go. And this is mate, actually, so you have to go here. Oh, let's go. Now I think I can just go here and threaten mate. And I don't think you can stop that one. You could go here, then here. You could go here, then I take here. Because it's pinned. Oh, everything just works. Everything just freaking works. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's actually so clean. So clean. Everything I can just take. Oh, let's go. 53 seconds. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. My heart is pumping so fast. Rook takes b7. Rook takes b7. I hope you're all seeing this. This is the type of chess that I'm going to be playing from now on. I'm working on this crap. I'm working on it, and I'm going to be an absolute monster. Wow, what a game. Wow, what a game. Is that checkmate? It's checkmate. Let go. GG's in the chat. Plus 37 back into the 1800s. Not quite. I'm just missing 1800. That's really, really upsetting. 1798. What a win. Let's change the screen. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I need to get an analysis screen, perhaps. Let me see if I can just pull this across. Yes, I can. Holy cow. Okay, so knight f3. I'll request a computer analysis as well. Knight f3, my usual. d5, this is all normal. This is all my theory. c4 apparently is better here, but I just castle because it's good. Apparently you can play c3. Knight a3 is slightly inaccurate. Why can you play c3? I don't understand. Surely just this? Knight h4, take the rook. Oh, and I get two pieces. Okay, I see. Because now here, and then I grab this. Okay. Now I know. I can just play c3 immediately. I felt there was something wrong. Okay. I can remember that for next time. c3 immediately just works. c3, bishop here. Queen here, and I don't understand. Now this is threatened. So you have to go back, and then what? This bishop is just in my face. c4. If you take, I go here, here. Okay, good to know, and I'm just better. Okay, 93 though. Let me just quickly check. Okay, there was a small section where I messed it up. And then I equalized. And I cooked. 91% accuracy. Only 3 inaccuracies. It's crazy that 3 inaccuracies I can be just losing. Anyway, knight a3's c3, knight c6. Queen b3 was the move. Wow. Because I was thinking, so knight h4 was just totally wrong because I should be scared of this, apparently. This equalizes. Insane. Interesting to know. So queen b3 was actually the move here. Both to protect this and this. That's really instructive. I would never have known that. 3 minutes on that move just to play the wrong one. Okay, so that was my first inaccuracy. Then he gave me the bishop. And then I still should have played queen b3 again. This rook e1 was wrong. I knew rook e1 was wrong because I think I should have played for c4 here. Which apparently is not quite right because of this. But if you did this, I'd be better. So c4 was definitely the break I should have gone for. But this queen b3 move, I should actually be scared. Didn't know that. Okay, so this equalizes again. Still doesn't take. And now b4 was the correct move. Wow. Because I wanted to go b4 immediately. Do you remember I was saying b4? But then I was like, b4 I didn't like. Knight e4. Oh, queen d3, you absolute knobhead. I totally missed this idea. Because I was thinking queen c2, but that doesn't do much. Because I want my queen to be able to access here, and this would be too much. But now this has scope. And allows me to play this c4. Yeah, queen d3 is much better. Wow, okay. So c4 was slightly wrong, long castles. And now c5 was best? No, queen a4 was best. I was considering queen a4 briefly. Why didn't I play queen a4? I can't remember. So bishop f4 was wrong. Because, again, I should always be scared of this. And after this. E3 was wrong. I was so proud of e3. I thought e3 was fine. But I completely missed that this bishop is now trapped. So actually what I should have done is taken first. So I thought queen a4 was just off the cards. Taking first would have been slightly inaccurate. Yeah, still. It's this knight. This knight is the problem. That's really instructive. I thought this knight was fine. Wow. Okay. Queen d7. I went c4. Castles. Queen a4. Should have played bishop f4. Allows you to take. Which you did. And now I'm just worse because of this e3 and lights out because of this bishop. But this was actually a mistake. Queen a4 equalizes, but bishop g5? f6? What? And now queen a4? I don't understand. With this same idea that my attack is just too good? And this rook takes b7. Holy cow. Rook takes b7 actually works earlier. Are we kidding? But it's equal. Wow, that's insane. So knight takes a4, gf4, rook h5, rook ab1, knight a5 was like all my calculation. So here I was thinking here. I thought rook h6, but sure, rook ab1. Here. Oh yeah, and I said rook h5 was better to stop this. And I missed this rook takes b7. I hope I would have found that. I had rook takes b7 immediately rather than... Because this is too slow, right? Yeah. Which is insane. Not quite. And it's just equal. Because I'm getting absolutely pummeled down this file. So f6 was a blunder, trying to trap. Rather than just taking. And now I find rook ab1. I took 5 minutes to find this move, and I'm so proud of myself. Rook ab1, correct. a6, total blunder. Takes b7. Best move. Wow. I'm a beast. I'm actually a beast. King takes b7. I thought that was just lights out after bishop c6. And of course, because... Oh, I would have blundered this. I probably would have blundered... maybe not. I have to displace the king first. That's insane. And now I grab this. I don't know. I went down to a minute here. King takes b7 and bishop takes c6. I might have blundered that. Bishop takes c6. Queen d6 is wrong. Rook a7 was the most accurate. Who's playing that ever? Not me. But it's logical. I took on a6 with the queen. Now this, and it's mate anyway. After rook b1 again. And mate. Wow. Wow. What a game. Really instructive at the end there as well. That's an hour's video for you, and it's an absolutely beautiful game. Wow. I'm so proud of myself, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can see my calculation is not perfect, but it's quite a good level, I think, which is why I'm winning a lot of this. And how much time? Yeah, he had a whole 10 minutes at the end. I used all my time. That's so interesting. Wow. Well, I hope you're proud of me, because I'm proud of me. Whoever's watching, Loris maybe is watching. Hello. I did good, I think. I'm so proud of this one. So proud of this one. To come back from mental state as well, I think, is because I've just been blundering. Oh, wow. Let me change this. 2 wins, 1 loss, and I'm now at 1798 plus 37. So rude. They know what they're doing. What a game. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully join you, or join me, tomorrow when I play another one. God. I've got a hard act to follow. Anyway, see you.